everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Andy. I hope you're doing really well wherever or whenever in the world that you are. Today we're going to be setting up my May reading journal spreads. I'm going for a colorful and spring vibe using some butterfly doodles. So I'm going to put you guys on fast mode as I create my spreads, and I hope you feel some inspiration as you're thinking about what your May bullet journal or reading journal spreads might look like. If you like this kind of reading journal or bullet journal content, I do try and post at least once a month my setup pages or flip through pages in my reading journal. And so if that content interests you, consider liking, subscribing, come on back month to month. We'd love to have you. I think that's all for the intro. Let's get started. Okay, here we go. I'm first creating my month at a glance calendar bit. I use this calendar to track how many days I've read that month. It's one of my annual reading goals, and I really liked keeping track of that goal this way, and so I've kept it from January through May. Alrighty, as I'm starting the artistic part of my setup, as you'll see, my initial idea was to have these butterfly doodles moving diagonally across the page. However, when I finished, you'll see I kind of pulled an audible and impulsively changed my mind. I didn't find that this diagonal setup was balanced enough, so I ended up just deciding to create the pattern throughout the entire page, and I like how it turned out. I'll be sure to link in the description box down below some of the reference images that I used for these butterfly doodles. I think the primary one that I used was honestly, some stock photo from like shutterfly.com or whatever that photo website is. But I'll be sure to link the other few that I glanced at as I was finding inspiration for these little butterfly line doodle art pieces. Right here is where I started to realize I didn't quite love the balance and flow or whatever of the page. And so as you can see, I'm adding some additional color blotches for my butterfly doodles. I do think this kind of pattern is really versatile. I think you could do it with any kind of animal doodle, any kind of floral doodle. I think really like the world is your oyster. There's so many options. And as I'm watching it back, I can imagine in my mind creating this kind of design, but having it just up the vertical side of the pages. I think that would also look really nice. Yeah, I think these simple repetitive doodles are such a great technique, especially when you're first beginning, when you're thinking about creating spreads or drawing or bringing creativity into your reading journal. I'm a big fan. Alrighty, next page. Here I'm starting to set up a new list, kind of, for my reading journal. I always include a space for me to list out the books that I'm hoping to read on my TBR, but this month I want to try separating that list into two sections. The top part is going to be the section for my reading roulette picks specifically. I want a space where I can capture the Mad-Libbed prompt that ends up being selected and the book that I end up reading. The bottom part are other books that I'm wanting or needing to get to in a given month on that TBR. For example, if it's for a book club or a reading challenge of some kind, like the Buzzword Reading Challenge, or if there's a readathon going on, etc., those remaining books will go in the bottom half. And of course, I've included another little butterfly doodle. I also realized as I was writing in cursive, I picked the wrong nib pen for these headers, but you know, it doesn't matter. It's legible. I don't have the best hand lettering, and that's okay. This last side is the space that I'm going to put my book reviews. I'm not sure if I'll do this exact little setup with the butterfly doodles in the corner for all of my book reviews. We'll have to see. You have to stay tuned for the flip through. Alrighty, that's it. A nice, loose, a little messy, but charming butterfly spread for May. I'm wishing you all the very best May planning you can possibly have. I hope you feel inspired and creative. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. I'll see you in the next video soon. Bye.